hour of power for e-commerce here on Mondays. Oops, we need to go live. Let's do this. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers, to Monday night's Masterclass. My name is Chris, Head of Education here at the Freedom Club, here to help you with your e-commerce stores. This whole session is all about looking at Facebook ads, looking at landing pages, looking at emails, all the things that make you more money, the things that help you scale. Quite often, people ask me, how do you scale? And the answer is not always spend more money on ads. That's the end goal, but you can't spend more money on ads if you're not making money from the money that you're spending on ads. So before we scale with spending more money, we scale by looking at all the holes in your conversion chain, by looking at all the ways we can make more money with email. Because if I can make more money off the people that are already coming to the website from Facebook, then I can start spending more money on Facebook and build myself an actual business and not just a drop shipping store. Make sense, guys? Hello, Logan. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Anna. It's nice to see you. And for those of you who I did see on the weekend, hey, Joshil, how's it going? For those of you who I saw on the weekend and met for the first time, thank you very much. It was a lovely, lovely meetup. I really enjoyed it, actually. Looking forward to the next one. Hello. Yomo. Hello, Courtney. Hello. Good to see you too, buddy. How was the weekend? It was great. It was windy. It's a bit windy on the beach, but it was great. Food was great. The company was great. Yeah, thank you all for being there. It was a lovely time. Let's go and help me help you guys make some more money. How does that sound? If you guys haven't been to a Freedom Club meetup, I highly recommend you go. It's awesome because you might be feeling like this is all too hard. You might be feeling like you're never going to get to where you want to be in e-commerce. You might be feeling like it's overwhelming and too much work. And then you get to see all the people who have made it or are currently working on their stores, and you get invigorated and enthused. And before you know it, you're back home and you're grinding, as you should be. Am I coming to the Sydney meetup? Not this time. Not this time. I'm a bit too busy. Austin. No, sorry, Damon. Not Austin, Damon. Just saying hi. Hi, Damon. Hope your store's doing as wonderful as it has been, my friend. What's up, Keith? Just chill. Do I turn off collection as well as carousel in the format display options? Good question. Depends on my store. For Home Craftology, I would keep collection on, and for you, maybe keep collection on because you have a fair few different products that people might be interested in other than the main product. For some of my other stores that are more centered around one particular product, I would keep collection off. So it's hard to give you a definite answer there. But for you, I think keep it on. All right. Natalie and Philip, you've made the changes to your landing page and combined the adults and kids together as I advised at my Comfort Cove. Let's go. You changed the ads to start with the solution. You've had 2 organic sales, which is encouraging, but you're getting a little frustrated because you initially focused on adults and you weren't getting sales for the ads. Now you're trying a kids market, but you're not seeing sales from ads. We looked at Trend Track and people with a similar product to ours are selling in the US. Should you market your products to the US market? No, you should not. You make this work in Australia first. Because just because it's working in another market doesn't mean it won't work here. And just because you can't get it working here doesn't mean you will get it working in America. If this isn't working yet, we have problems to solve. And that's what we're here to do. Don't get too frustrated. Let me tell you guys a little story before we get into this one. There's so many things that go into this. When I started the No Snore store, there is a reason why I started this store. I needed something that wasn't easy so I could show you guys exactly how I do this. And I needed something that was going to be a challenge because I'm at a point in my career where I need challenge. I need to keep proving to myself that I know what I'm talking about. And so when I started this store, none of the landing page here looked anything like it did today. I was doing a lot of A/B testing to try and figure out what is it that I needed to sell this product. And that was just half of the equation because the landing page has to be right, but also my ads had to be right. Now, to make good ads, it really is better when you are selling a product that you are comfortable to get in front of the camera and sell. And the reason why that is so important is because it's hard to make AI videos. They are sloppy. They are tricky. They are expensive to make. And if you don't know what script to give your AI characters, then you're just sort of shooting in the dark. And shooting in the dark is fine, but I'd much prefer to shoot in the dark for free. So to make this store profitable, before I even knew, like I did the landing page. Landing page was done, and it was, I mostly focused on this side of thing, the dangers of story. I thought that's how I would sell this. And so my first few ads focused on the dangers, the scary stuff. You need this because you're going to die. You're going to get a heart attack. Look, you're going to have erectile dysfunction. If you don't fix your snoring with my product, all these bad things are going to happen. But that didn't sell. And so what I did, I set myself a task. And this is thanks to the wonderful coach, Jimmy. He coached me on this one because Jimmy has had enormous success in making his own ads and his own founder ads. So he gave me a bit of advice, and he's just like, Chris, you go get a tripod and you sit in front of your camera and you make one ad every day. Doesn't matter what it's about, you just go and make that ad. So I did that. I sat there, I made 15 ads. And what I recommend you do is you time box yourself. I'm going to spend no more than 20 minutes filming this ad. I'm going to spend no more than half an hour in CapCut putting this together with footage that I already have and with myself as the brand. And when you do that, you allow yourself to make mistakes. You allow your ad to not be perfect. But then every time you make your ad, you pick a different hook, you pick a different feature or benefit of your product, and you pick a different unique selling point. And then you look at the data. Which of these ads in my ad account gets me more clicks, more add to carts, and more purchases in that order? Those are the most important metrics. And when I finished, I think 15 founder videos, I'd found my video that works. And it talked about one very specific feature that this product has that some other products don't have. And it also talked about the cost. It turns out the people who are buying this from me, they're interested in buying this at a cheaper price than what you'll get at the chemist, which is ridiculously expensive. And those two things combined are getting me like $35 purchases on this product. But I wouldn't have known that. And I spent about 3 or 4 weeks not being profitable, not just not profitable. I spent 3 or 4 weeks losing money before I'd figured out the angles. And once I knew the angles to use on the ads, because the ads had started to work, I started to see cheaper conversions, $80, $70, $60. And I was able to figure out what are the most important features to put as highlights on this. So I should probably, to be honest with you, I should probably put the cost here. If I'm going to be smart about this, I should probably make this one of the costs. But I did do thorough A/B testing. A/B testing is where you have a version of this that some people see, and you have a version of this that other people see. And you figure out which one gives you the best results. So I did a lot of A/B testing to figure out which of these is going to be the better ads. And this is what we landed on. I said ads, I meant landing page. This is what we landed on. This is now, and this is here where I talk about the cost benefit. I actually went with ChatGPT and we did an analysis on all my competitors and where I sit in the cost. And you can see here, I was actually cheaper than all the competitors put together. Not put together, that's not the right word, but I was cheaper than all of them. So this here is one of the biggest selling points for my particular brand. And you can see here, we're doing a trio bundle. So we're saying when you buy 3 of these, it works out cheaper than the rest. Not when you buy 1, when you buy 3. And of course, putting yourself on your brand can also help. So all these things combined really, really put this brand together. My point is, if you've failed a couple of times to get your product selling, that's cool. That's okay. That's what this is all about. Do not get frustrated. Failure is a part of this. Failure, you have to learn all the different ways to make this not work before you're going to find the way to make this worse. Can you A/B test price? Yes. There's a new feature in Shopify where you don't even need to have an A/B testing app anymore. It's called Rollout. And if you want to know how to use Rollout, I haven't actually used it yet. I know of the feature because I watched the presentation that you can do it. How does Rollout work? Well, Rollout works, I don't know actually, as I said, I don't know. But how do you get access to it? Now that you know it's called Rollout, I've said that too many times now, click on this little guy on the right and say, hey, How do I set up a rollout to do A/B testing? And he will be your best friend, and he will tell you all the things to do to set it up correctly. In a minute. Maybe we'll come back to him. Here we go. Price testing A/B. There you go. That's how you do it. You talk to your little robber friend here. Why do they make him look like a thief? I don't know, but you talk to the little thief guy, and he will set you straight. So with My Comfort Cove, I want you to do this systematically. What are the things that work the best? What are the angles in your ads that got people coming to the website and actually adding to cart? And what are the things that we need to avoid? What would I be doing? I don't like this. I don't like how you have you don't have your pills in here for choosing which variant to use. That's not very native to me. I do like your image here. That's quite nice. Why is this taking so long to load? Dude, how big is this image? It's not that big. Why did that take so long to load? Oh, it's fast now. Wait. Okay, they're somewhat faster now. Okay, even compression for reducing anxiety and stress. What does that mean? Multiple sizes available for children and adults. That's not a USP. That is not a USP. That is which variants you have. That is not how you sell this product. Breathable fabric for preventing overheating. Maybe. Open foot design for easy movement. Again, that's a feature, not a benefit. What are the benefits of this product? That's a terrible image, by the way. We're not even seeing it in use. What were some of the brands that were selling this in the US? I'm just looking some up, by the way. Hug Sleep. Is that one? Let's have a look. The Sleep Pod. Hug Sleep. Here we go. Let's take a look at Hug Sleep. Temperature control, stress and anxiety relief, travel friendly, and lightweight. Those are their USPs. I don't want you to copy what they're doing. I just want you to take note. Those are their USPs. They have their thing where you can select your size, cool, and your color outside of the bundling app. I like that. Theirs are quite expensive, $130. Yikes. Delivery, okay, so these are typical trust things. Do you have trust things? Yes, you do. Product details. Stress and anxiety, not alone. Sizing and a guarantee. What people are saying, how to use it, the science behind it, benefits of it. Okay, and what have we got over here? So we need to work on the USPs a lot more. We need to get this section working nicely. Still laying awake at night, unable to switch off. I don't know if this is the best video. That parts of it are good. I don't like this bit of it. That's not really showcasing what this is all about. That is, and that's not. Like, we're saying this is about switching off. None of these people are switched off. You're tired, but your body won't settle. You keep shifting to get comfortable. What should be a full night's sleep turns into hours of broken rest. By morning, you wake up feeling just as tired as you went to bed. What are these guys saying? Reduce stress. Sensation of being cuddled lowers the stress. Great. Deep sleep activation. Firm, comforting pressure of deep touch. Therapy activates the body's parasympathetic. These guys are going into detail with how this actually physically works in your body. Our pods gently cocoon you. Do we have any of that stuff here? The key to so this is almost exactly the same as this. It doesn't tell us any more information. Premium sensory sleep experience. What does that mean? Again, not much more information there than we already knew before. So like these two sections are completely wasted because we don't want to keep repeating yourself. Even if it's in this different language, but the same things, don't repeat yourself. Total stress relief, full body support, faster, deeper sleep, mood and mind reset. I think we can do better. I do think we can do better there. So, would I recommend you switch markets? Absolutely not. That's a silly thing to do. We don't want to just jump markets. We need to make this work somewhere before we can make this work everywhere. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I like the fact that we're selling both adults and kids on the same one. I know these guys don't, and I disagree. I think actually selling kids and adults on the same landing page is a very smart idea. But you need to have the ability to switch between kids and adults. No one's going to like jump in here and know exactly what to do. That's someone's going to come here and go large. Well, what the F does that mean? How does that help me? There's no size guide here to tell me what a normal adult would like or what you would normally have. So I would suggest have kid size, have adult size. And under adult size, you can then have your adult options, large, small, teen. And then have a size guide. So you can show the sizes of these, like physically. How tall are each one? It seems weird to me that we've got 55% off here and 58%. It doesn't seem like a proper number. It's starting to get ridiculous in terms of how much we're reducing the price. And 53% off is an awkward number too. It's 50% off or it's nothing off in terms of this number here. And here, we usually say extra 20, extra 15 or 20% off, extra 20 or 25% off. So we can make this a little more understandable. Let me add this to cart. Get rid of these buttons here. I've told you this before. You shouldn't have any buttons under the checkout button. Make this a one decision checkout. One decision shopping cart. Go checkout. Why is this taking so long? I don't think it's you. I think it's my internet. For some reason, it's going very slow. And free priority delivery, 5 to 9 days. Cool. And get rid of the tips. Please, for the love of God, just get rid of the tips. Trust me. We don't want tips. No one likes tips, especially in Australia. All right. Guys, keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at this systematically. We know this product works. We have competitors selling this product. We just haven't hit the mark yet. And all you need to do is figure out what ways didn't work. So what are we going to test next? Cross them all off. The snoring store has been profitable now for 3 weeks. It's doing really well because I was able to figure out the 99 ways that it didn't work. Michaela, can I check this out? Please keep the brand private. Launch this ABO, 1 ad per ad set, spending $10 per day per ad set to test new creatives. Lots of add to carts, a few purchases. That's good. You're still waiting for video ads, so these are just image ads. Am I right to move these ads into scaling CBO? I don't know. I probably would think very carefully about trying to move scaling CBO ads that are just images. Oh, that didn't work. It's just downloading that. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring this here so you guys can see. What are we dealing with? We have cost per clicks are pretty good. Initiate checkouts are pretty good. Purchases are terrible, but your cost per purchase is great. Actually, I changed my mind. Yeah, you might be able to scale this. We still have work to do. You may have some room in your emails, like a big gaping holes in the emails that are stopping these conversions from coming through, but that's looking very healthy. As long as you're profitable, then yeah, you can probably move them to scaling. Conversion rate, yeah, we have a problem here. Great add to carts, great reach checkout, bad conversion rate, which probably comes down to your email system. So I would be focusing my focus on looking at the email stats and looking at your sign-up rates. Because, you know, if you use an app like Alia for your sign-up, you can get a sign-up rate of like, the highest that I've gotten, my sign-up rate is 18% on one of my stores. So for every 100 visitors, 18 people will giving me their email address, meaning those people who go and add to cart and check out, well, they get my emails. They get my abandoned cart emails and all the things. So that's what I would be focusing on if I were you. And for the sleep pod here, what was this called? For this one here. what is your email sign up rate? Because if it's below 10%, we have work to do. We need to get people onto our email list, and we need to be getting them through our welcome series and into our abandoned cart and abandoned checkout and abandoned browse series. Michaela, 5% is probably below average, so I would be focusing on that pop-up and getting that up to at least 10%. At least 10%. It's doable. It's doable. So yeah, Comfort Cove, do not forget about the email sign up. There is no reason why you can't get 10 to 12% sign up rate to emails, and that will really help you sell this product. All right, Rich, Lift Aura. Maintenance mode while you wait for the brand build. 30 days have been profitable and its strongest month so far. You've continued testing new ads, 2 currently producing consistent sales, while the CBOs are repeatedly underperformed compared to the ABOs. Interesting. Shopify has offered you $7,600. Jimmy suggested you ask you to create game plan from here. Is it worth reinvesting in UGC? Are there AI creators? Okay. I need to preface this. I am not a financial advisor. I cannot be held responsible for your financial decisions, and whether or not you take a loan or not is your full responsibility. However, I have taken Shopify loans many times in the past, and they have certainly helped me with cash injections to go do certain things. Would I reinvest with UGC? Probably. I would, but I would make sure I had an exact script and angle that works really well before I invested in UGC. Would I do AI creatives? Yes, I definitely would. Those are good ideas. What I wouldn't do is I wouldn't take my loan out with Shopify and then go and spend the bulk of that getting pre-orders or on stock. I wouldn't do that. For the meantime, I would stick to drop shipping without having to buy stock in advance. That's just my advice. But yes, I can't advise you whether or not to take that offer, but I personally have done that in the past, and I probably will continue taking capital investments opportunity or capital injection opportunities as I need them in the future. It can really help, because especially with big brands as you're trying to scale, as you try and scale, it can actually be very tricky, especially over the weekends when you're waiting for your Shopify payouts. When you're spending $2,000 to $3,000 a day on ads, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's $9,000 you got to have in the bank ready to go if you're spending $3,000 a day on ads. $9,000 sitting there, and you got to pay your supplier, and you got to pay your Shopify bills when they come out. You got to pay your big Omnisend bills as you get more and more people coming in. So cash flow can be a real problem, even if you're profitable. So it can always be handy having an extra few thousand in the account that are just sitting there as a buffer. Now, I would say before you go and spend all your money on UGC, have a UGC plan so that you know exactly what works before you buy it. Good question, by the way. Good question. Now, I get lots of people offering me money. I know that PayPal has offered me probably even better loans than Shopify, but usually they're less. So the last PayPal loan was for me that they offered was $22,000. What I like about it is same deal as Shopify. Whenever I get a PayPal order, they would take 10, 20% of that and give me the rest and pay off the loan. That was cool. That was very, very cool. Because I get less PayPal orders than I get from Shopify. So that was less painful to pay off. With Shopify, they take a percentage of all the orders. So that can be tricky as well. That can lead to its own problems when you're paying off Shopify and you're paying the supplier and you're paying Facebook, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm profitable, but I have no money. And then you kind of get into this debt cycle where you're trying to pay off your PayPal loan, your Shopify loan, so that you can actually put some money in the bank. You're worried having 2 brands to split your time? Well, I have Homecraftology. What's the snoring? I got the snore store. I got about 2 other projects that I'm working on. I've got another store that I just dabble around with and just try and run products that I've told you guys to run. I've got a store I run in conjunction with another person. I've got a jewelry store that I run in conjunction with another person. And on top of all of that, I have my advertising agency. Let me tell you, my biggest friend right now is Claude. Claude has made my life so much easier because I can literally give it a task. I can say to it, go to my Facebook account and I want you to turn off all the ads and duplicate the ad set and change the text to this. And it will take a couple of hours, but it will, in my browser, go systematically and do exactly what I tell it to do. I can then have it run a report for me on my Google ads and tell me maybe some keywords that I should be tweaking for some of my clients. So Claude's always in the background doing stuff for me right now. In fact, I wrote an app yesterday using Claude that replaces Alia entirely. It is amazing what Claude can do. And at any point in the day, Claude is running 1 or 2 tasks for me in the background. Even while I'm talking to you guys right now, it is sitting there and it's working. And without that, I don't think I could do so much. But use the resources that you got. And Rich, if having 2 brands is too much, it may be time to also have some help. So you can go and start building out your team. The reason why I can do so much is because I have a team of, I think, 4 people currently who work in the Philippines. They're all on the help desk. One of them is also my personal assistant, and she does all the things that are time consuming for me for Home Craftology. She monitors the team to make sure that I'm getting my money's worth out of them. She tells me and highlights any major issues, and then she deals with them. She just keep me in the loop. She actually goes and does the designs for me for Homecraft for our new and upcoming releases. So all that's left for me to do is create my emails at the end of the week, which I now use Claude to do. So building a team has been so essential for me to be able to do what I do. And if you're at that level, don't be afraid to go out to Upwork and go find someone who communicates well and who can help you by running your help desk, doing all the customer support, and doing other little tasks that you may need help with along the way. All right, Courtney, lots of add to carts, not enough purchases. You've given me access to Wavy. I don't remember seeing Wavy, but we'll take a look. Ads and landing page. Let's have a look. Wavy. Wavy hair? This one here? Infrared thermal brush. Bouncy blowout in 10 minutes. Heat styling without the damage. Smooths hair with negative ions. Want to know the secret about the perfect blowout? Unlock your mystery. Well, what does that have to do with the mystery discount? We need to probably work on your what do you call it? Your pop-up for sure. Welcome 15, okay. Are we getting many people actually using your Welcome 15 voucher? And if not, let's take a look at your Welcome series. Now, it sounds to me like you may actually have a problem with the email signups and your Welcome series. If you're getting lots of add to carts and not very many checkout, not many purchases, that's usually a problem. Tight or flat frizzy hair. Meet your new morning routine. Good hair finally. Yeah, this is pretty good. Why infrared heat? I mean, this is a bit weird because it looks like we're spraying water onto the hair. So I would probably redo this image with infrared so that it's more understandable. 30-day money-back guarantee. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair website. Tax included. Nice one. Let's actually add this to cart. So single, $89. Add to cart. Get rid of these. We do not want them in the cart. We only want one button in the cart. We want checkout. Click checkout. Cool. Wavy, $89. What was the discount code I got? Oh, I see your problem. Bum, ba, da, bum. You have a Klaviyo problem. This is what I got from you. This is why your store's not working. So basically, in your Klaviyo list, you have a setting in there called double opt-in, and you need to turn that off. If you keep double opt-in turned on, no one subscribes to your list unless they get your email and then click this button. And guess how many people do that? Nobody. It's probably like a dead zone in your email database right now. So I want you to go figure out, you can use AI to figure out how to turn off your double opt-in. and that will make a huge difference to your purchases. And for anybody else on Klaviyo, if you're having the same problem, lots of checkouts, lots of add to carts, no purchases, please, for the love of God, go to Klaviyo and figure out how to turn off your double opt-in. Now, welcome 15. That's a lot of discount to give somebody. Are you sure you want to give away 15% of this? Anyway, let's have a look here at your ads. $446 a purchase. At $70, we're losing a ton of money. Anna, you just realized today you had double opt-in turned on. Yeah, test your stuff, guys. Test your store. Test the whole thing with a brand new email address. Well, no, with a different email address. Okay, we've got C3 Time and 90s Blow Wave, $61 a purchase. That's almost profitable. When they buy two, that could even be a little bit nearly profitable. So it's C9, C6, C7, C8. What are we doing here? Is this all in one campaign? Top of funnel, cool. $40 spent. What is our cost per click? Hey, not bad. Not bad. So the cost per click is under $2.50 in most of these. That's pretty good. And the CTR is at well above 1.5%, which is the minimum that we need. So this is actually looking quite good. From here then, I don't think ads is the problem. It would seem like sign up rate to email and then actual email retargeting would be very beneficial and is probably what's going on here. We'll just have a look at this and we'll look at carts and checkouts. Okay, C9, we'll have a look at what's inside there, but that can probably get turned off. Not a single add to cart or checkout. This one is looking very healthy. That's looking somewhat healthy. This one not so healthy. This one's looking good. That one's looking good. And the rest we can probably turn off. So I'd turn off these two, but let's have a look before you turn them off. Let me just see what ads we got running. Are they all the same? Okay. They're not all the same. What I'd love for you to do is to take your winning ads now, turn off all these ad sets, because you've done a good job. You've done some testing, which is good. Turn off the ad sets, combine the winning ones. When I say winning, your winning ads are the ones that I highlighted before that have the most add to cart and checkouts and the best CTRs and the cheapest cost per clicks. Put them all into one ad set and let's see how it goes together in one ad set for the next few days after you fix your email problem. And I bet you things start working a lot better for you. Okay. Michelle, following up from last week, you've seen Austin's new launch blueprint. However, you haven't changed anything to keep your data on track. Yeah, that's cool. I understand that. To be honest with you, I haven't read the blueprint just yet, but I will. You've added a duplicate draft to the target broad audience for Milky Glow. Okay, what do you want me to do? Thanks, Jashil. That's my guide there. Yes, for sure. Courtney, keep the budget the same. No, don't, Jashil. That is a fantastic link you've sent there, but no, I don't want Courtney to do that yet. So maybe just delete that for now, Jashil. Courtney, you're not at the level yet where we need to integrate the video that Jashil just shared into your account just yet. I want you to do one CBO, probably do $20 to $50 a day budget, whatever you're comfortable with, because at this point you may still lose. So whatever you're comfortable losing for a few days, keep that at the budget. You may get some orders, but we're not sure yet. Michelle, check your ads are on the right track. What's your store? Milky Glow. All right. Do I have you in Facebook ads? You excited to do your job. I don't think I have Milky Glow. Have you sent me a request? They were done by Freedom UGC? Okay. So before I can look at your ads, yeah, I don't have anything from you. So what I would like you to do is, if you invite me today and I'll be happy to look at your ads on Wednesday. So keep them going for 2 more days. Invite me to your business manager. That's my email address. So go into your business manager, go into people, go invite user and invite me. And on Wednesday, we'll do a deep dive into your account, just like I do for these guys. Before I do that, let's have a look at your website. That didn't work. Are you getting no sales? Are you getting no sales at all? Because if you are, maybe the URL is broken here. This is not secure, so you may not have a HTTPS set up with. You have it on your side? Is that the exact right URL? Is it this one here? Is it? It's .com.au, is it? This may be a difficult product to sell, especially at this price. That's very expensive. I like this. The dirtier thing in your bathroom isn't the toilet. I like that. Cool product. I do think it's a bit expensive. I would like to see if you're getting this for $30 ish, I would like to see if you can sell this at $99. Because I don't know if I'd spend $110 on that. The question that I have too is, how do I power it? And that's not really answered on the page. So if it's powered in a certain way, in this case, I think we want to make it really obvious how it's powered, maybe on this image here. Also, get rid of this. Australia's #1 rated UV toothbrush. We get rid of Australia's #1 rated. We shouldn't be saying that anymore because Facebook doesn't like it and they will punish you with higher CPMs. What does that mean? It means that they will charge you more money to show your ad to certain people on Facebook just because you said Australia's #1 rated. It's not Australia's #1 rated. You have no way of proving that, and we can't use sensational language on Facebook anymore. Don't think I'm mad or anything. I used to do that kind of thing. There was a time when that worked really, really well, but these days not so much. So I would definitely recommend changing up the language here to be a bit softer. You can say stuff like 100 5-star reviews, or something like that. You can talk it up, but we just can't use that kind of language anymore. And yes, Facebook does go to your website. It does look at your images, and it does judge you. It definitely judges you. So invite me to your ad account. We'll have a look on Wednesday. Lower your price a little bit if you can afford to, and we'll take a look and do a deep dive then. All right, Eric. Made the changes to your ad account and your main product's landing page in the descriptions. Hesitated making any other changes to your ads, as Austin recently sent out a new ad structure and wanted your opinions on which stage you're at. Or if you look, just keep your ad structure where it is for now. Give me a bit of time and I'll review Austin's ad structure. Look, ad structure, in my point of view, guys, I have 3 stages of ad structure, but it's not like an ad structure is going to, especially at the early levels, it's not going to make or break your account. Ad structure becomes more important as your sales increase. And when you want to scale your sales, I think it's very important that we break them up into retargeting, retaining retention and prospecting. But that's not needed at the lower scale. So don't get too caught up on whether or not you have the right ad structure at this stage. There are certainly things that might work better for you, but don't let that stop you from dipping your toes in and trying things out. Now, I can't help you at this stage, Eric, because I don't know what account that you have or what store you have. So if you're in the call, just let me know in the chat. I will let you know, hey mate, I couldn't look at your stuff because you didn't let me know which account. Be nice if I could spell. If you can please jump onto Wednesday's call and pop your details there. I will take a look. Okay. Sorry, Eric. But you have a few minutes. If you do see this message, you have a few minutes to jump in and let me know. Jafari, cool name. Sent an invitation to your Facebook ad account. I'm going to please accept the request. Next row. Next row. Let's take a look. I'm already in Nestro, so I don't need an invite. But I can't see your ad account. Why not? I think I have access to your business manager, but you didn't give me access to the ads. So let me see if I can fix that. I've only got partial access, so you may need to, I can't fix it because I don't have access to fix it. So what I need you to do, my friend, when you do see this, where are you? I have access to your business manager, but not your ad account. Can you please go to your business manager and assign ad account access over to me for Wednesday's call? And what I'd like you to do is pop this same message into Wednesday's call so that you can get a slot and we can take a look at your ads. Logan, Core Relief, and Verity. My apologies, Verity. Logan and Verity. Did you guys have a fight over whose name goes first? Core Relief. Or is it just who wanted to do e-commerce the most? Okay, $215 per purchase. We need to fix this. Yikes. Let's take a look at cart and checkout. I know you're selling a bit more of an expensive product. Jafari. Just check the message that I sent you, my friend. You have a few minutes left to fix it while I check this business out. And if you can fix the access, then I should be able to review your ad account for you. Okay, we've got 34 add to carts, 16 checkouts, and 7 purchases. Oh man, that's not performing badly. The cost per click is pretty good. So let's just do the maths here. C8 been running a few weeks, add a new ad today. We'll see how that goes. All right. So I know I'm looking at the last 30 days, but 784 clicks to get 16 purchases. So what percentage is 16? And yes, I failed Masterclass. I didn't. I just didn't care for maths. I didn't fail, but I barely passed. Okay. What percentage is 16 of... Didn't give me the answer I needed. 2%. Damn. The reason why I'm saying damn is because I was hoping that it was much lower than that. You're converting at a 2% conversion rate, which is not bad. It's actually pretty good. And we're not profitable because it's $215 per purchase. Why? Why is it so expensive? The cost per click is $1.92. So to make this thing profitable, we'd either have to convert it higher at like 3-4%, or reduce the cost per click down to $1.50. This is a challenge. This is a tricky one. $150 a purchase. Okay, that's not as bad. 11 checkouts to 4 purchases at that. That's not ideal, but it's not terribly bad. I would like to see that be more like 11 checkouts to 6 purchases, which would have brought this down to more like 80, 90 bucks. But So are many people buying 2 or the bundle here? That's the main question. Gosh, it's not like it's a bad product. It's not like it's... Oh, that's nice. Lovely. I like the red. Welcome 10. Oh, it already knows I got welcome 10. Nice. Quite a few have purchased too. Okay, cool. That changes things. So some people are spending 143. Alia made the pop-up for me. Yeah, Alia is great. It's one of my favorite apps. That's why I built my own version of it. Check this out. I'll show you. I'll show you what I built. Completely unrelated to your problem. We're talking about my problem for a bit. Just for a second. I'm very proud of it. So I've got, this is my version of Alia pop-up that I built from a section down here, sign up game, and you can see here, you can scratch it. It does the exact same thing. One has bought the pack of 3. Okay. Sorry, back to this. Come on, Chris. Focus. Let's take a look over the last couple of days, like the last 7 days. Let's see where we're at. Because your ad is quite good. I think I know where I'm heading with this. I think I know. Oh, that's not great. Six people initiated checkout. All right. What is your sign-up rate to Alia? Well, it's not. You don't really need a structure for you at the moment because you've only got 2 ads. So it's not the structure that's wrong. We definitely need more ads. But I mean, my snoring store only has the 1 ad in acquisition, like in prospecting, that actually works. And so it's not like you don't always need to have a lot of ads to make things work. It can help, but this one's not really working this week.
I genuinely thought this thing was a gimmick until I tried it. I started using.
We've still got that fuzziness when you say I started using it. So I would give you the same advice. We definitely can get sales, and we have some people buying 2. And we have 1 person buying 3. Your sign-up rate has gone to 18%. Beautiful. Beautiful. You have a great sign-up rate with Alia. Dude, I bet you your emails suck. I'm telling you guys, Alia sign-up can get up to 18%. Who was shocked there? Joshil, shocked? Yes. I'll show you where your problem is, in my view. What's it called? Let me make sure I'm logged into my account, not someone else's. Hold on. Is this Homecraft? Yes. Okay. So your problem for you, if you're able to get 18% sign-up rates, your problem is probably that your emails suck. Generic freedom emails, guys, it just, we give you what it takes to get started. Okay, we give you what it takes to launch your store. I don't understand why you continue throwing money at something and sitting back and expecting everything just to magically work when you could be doing money on your automations here. And I mean, my store has been running for so long now, but that doesn't stop me constantly testing. Does this automation work better than this automation? Or does this automation work better than this automation? Because I'm trying to maximize what I'm doing with the emails that I'm getting. And every weekend, sending emails. Like this weekend sucked. I only made about 1,300 USD from my emails this weekend. That was the worst weekend that I've had in a while. But previous weekends, I've made like 2,000 USD. This one here, look at this. Look at this one. Look at this. That's like $5,000 that I made a few weeks back. Because I'm building my list. I'm nurturing this list. I'm sending them lots of automations. They're getting used to hearing from me. And because of that, because these guys are opening my emails, Google rewards me by putting, and so does any other mail provider. Because so many people are opening my emails, now my emails go directly to the inbox and not in the promotions tab. And it just takes time and dedication to make good emails to make you money. So please, if you're going to keep throwing money at your ads and expecting something to work, should you change to OmniSend for your emails? 100%. For the love of God, please change to OmniSend. Look, I have an OmniSend affiliate link. I'm not even going to give it to you. I just want you to change to OmniSend. Please, change to OmniSend. Please. Why? They have better email servers than Klaviyo. They actually have the ability to have an abandoned cart trigger. Now, Klaviyo doesn't even have that built into it. You have to actually go and modify Klaviyo and add some weird thing in to get an abandoned cart. So I've got browse abandonment, abandoned cart, and abandoned checkout, 3 separate flows to try and claw back those sales. But not only that, there is no doubt in my mind, OmniSend have far superior servers than Klaviyo. And I confirmed this within my first few stores. I had Homecraftology and Klaviyo doing quite well. Then I built Paintcraftology, and Paintcraftology did very badly. But it was the same email flows. I copied them from one Klaviyo to the other and just changed them. So I knew they should work, but the open rates were dismal on my Paintcraftology store. And I said to Klaviyo, guys, what in the hell is going on? And Klaviyo were like, oh, your emails suck. I'm like, no, they don't. Because on this account over here, we got 40, 50% open rates. And on this one over here, you're giving me 20, 30% open rates. And they said, oh yeah, we'll take a look at that. And when they took a look at that, they said, yes, your new store is sitting on a server where we have a lot of other spammers. So your spam score is quite high and your delivery rate is quite low. And I said, cool, that's great. Thank you for confirming that. Can you please move my account to a better server? And they said, no, we don't do that. We don't move accounts. When I told OmniSend about this, they laughed and gave me a 30% discount. Now, if you sign up to OmniSend and you talk to support, they will copy all of your stuff from Klaviyo into OmniSend and make it for you at no cost to you. So please move to OmniSend. And please, what do you think of an unsubscribe button anytime in a welcome email with a discount? Every email you send has to have an unsubscribed link at the bottom of it. Every email you send. I don't want anybody getting my emails unless they want my emails. And that mentality of making sure that only people who want my emails get them, it keeps my account clear. I actually have segments, and this is something I've taught many times in these calls, how I do my segmentation. I grade people by how much they open my emails, from 0 stars all the way to 5 stars. This is my grading system. And so if you've opened most of my emails, you get into the 5-star. And look, I've only got 9,000 5-star people. But they open every single email I send, and they are my most lucrative people. So when I have a great deal, I send it to them first, and the next day I send it to these people, and the next day I send it to all the people. That's how I make money, guys. And for me, Homecraftology has been an investment. I could turn my ads off today and I'll still continue making money from my list. A larger one under the discount code. You don't want to accidentally have someone click the unsubscribe link, so make sure that it's visible and very clear about what exactly the link is. Anyway, yeah, Logan and Verity, this is where I would be putting my effort in, because you got the sign up problem sorted. Now we have to get the email problem sorted. So I'd probably reduce your ad spend down. And yeah, I don't love your ad. I think we got to refilm it. And like I was saying to everybody on my snoring store, it took me 15 different versions to find the version that worked for me. So you probably want to film different versions of this where you talk about different features, different benefits, different selling points. Even you need to compare this to the competitors. Why is yours better than someone else's? Why is this cupping device in general? Why is a cupping device better than another kind of device that does something similar? And we got to find the right angle. And the only way to do that is to make more content. And so what I did for the snoring store, set myself a challenge to make one new video every day for a week until I'd found the angle that works. Set yourself a time box, 20 minutes to record, 30 minutes to edit in CapCut. Try and get one video out every single day, even if it sucks. It doesn't matter if your video sucks, if it's testing a different angle. You can always perfect it later on. So nothing has to be perfect. My ads were terrible. I look at them and cringe. Even the ad that's working for me, I look at it and cringe. But you know what? It'll do for now. It'll do for now until I can be bothered recording another one. But set yourself that challenge. This goes for you and anybody else. One challenge to go and create a different ad with a different hook, different selling points every day, so that you can actually pick which ones get the actual sales. Because a lot of my ads got clicks, but only very specific ones got sales. And I had to find the way to sell my product, and you've got to find the way to sell your product. Are emails the most important thing for being profitable? In my view, the single most important thing for being profitable is your email list. Why? Because it's the thing, like, you're giving Facebook your money and you're buying customers from Facebook. That's actually what you're doing. You're buying a customer from Facebook. They've got a database of customers. You're handing them money. And right now it's costing you $125 to buy a customer of Facebook. But it's very cheap to buy emails of them at 18% sign-up rate. If we do the maths here, of your account, where were we? We're over here. What's your cost per click? $1.27 per click. Now your sign-up rate was 18%. So it's costing you $130 to get 18 new emails into your email system. That's $5 an email? $5 per email sign-up. Pretty darn good. If you could then focus on converting them into paying customers, you'll get a cheaper cost per conversion. And then as long as you keep in the future adding more cool products, and then every weekend you have a different sale on a different product, you're going to be able to cross-sell, upsell, keep selling to your list forever. Now, Jafara. Sorry for calling you Jaffa. That was a mistake. Jafari. Sorry, my bad. Jafari, where are you? Hope that helps Logan and Verity, and I hope that helps everybody else. That's how I think about things. That's how I build all my businesses. Okay, ads manager for Nextro. $56 a purchase. Cool. Retractable charger. Can I check C9? I'll check C9 real quick. Looks like the cost per click looks good. CTR looks good. You may need to put it into a different ad set, and you may need to allocate a minimum budget for the ad set so that you can at least figure out if this ad is better or not with the numbers. Because right now it's not getting enough spend.
If you deal with tight muscles or chronic stiffness, don't buy a cupping device until you watch this.
Ah, nice. Very nice.
In fact, it was actually my physio that put me onto it.
Ah, you stole my bloody ad copy, you cheeky little
Most
bugger.
of these devices sold online are missing what actually makes them effective. And I don't want you wasting your money. That's the
That's my script.
whole reason I started poorly. 3 things you need to know before buying a cupping device. Number 1, it needs adjustable suction and heat that you can control independently. That's what actually...
All right, man. All right, you got me. You did well. You fixed it. But you need to put this in its own ad account. Its own ad set. Give it its own budget and a minimum budget so that you can actually... in fact, at this point, looking at these numbers, you can just turn off C8. It's not working. It's burning your money. See if that C9 works better. Let's see. And if that doesn't, you're on the right track. If this one doesn't work, it's easy. Just re-record the same script with different points until you find the right 2 points to work. Hey man, I'm not even mad. I'm honored. I'm honored that you would think that was a good idea. All right, retractable charger. 7 orders this week. Only showing 7 on Meta. Dude, bloody fantastic. Okay. Your product might be working, but your CPMs are a little bit high. Your cost per click is very high. Your CTR is a little bit too low. Not dangerously low, just a little bit too low. We need to make better ads. So right now, I think you've got a product that I think can work.
Still dealing with tangled charging cables? Meet the Nextro retractable car charger. No more messy cords or searching for charging cables.
Okay, very ad. And that's only got a 0.92% click through.
This retractable car charger keeps your car clean.
That's better. That's a better ad.
No more messy charge.
So you can probably turn off the first one, C5, because this one's got 1.6% click through. And it looks like you might have a high CPM. Yeah, very high CPM. Now that CPM could come down over time. Let's just make sure you don't have any problems on your actual landing page. Not the greatest product image. Doesn't really give me much context here. Well, it's a pretty cool product. No, I'm not a fan of this. That's terrible. No offense. I can't see anything overly wrong with the landing page other than the really obtuse email sign up, which if it's working, don't change it. But I don't think it would be. So maybe have a think about that. Now, the problem that I see here is single, duo, great. But complete the bundle. Why is this bundle cheaper than these two? That doesn't make any sense. That's confusing. So bundles should always be a bit more expensive than the ones above it. In terms of ads, I think this is going good. I think we need a little bit more data. I would turn off C5 just because it has a very bad click-through rate. And on these ones, very bad for the C3, and you've turned that off. Fantastic. Not great on the C1. So while I do think you have a good product, I think you need to go and make some natural ads. Because these look like ads. And on Facebook, even though you're making money right now, on Facebook, we don't want to see an ad. We want to see content. And this is such a cool product that you could just show this as content. What I mean by content, it's time to get some UGC done. You've verified you can sell this. You've verified it's a good product. It's very much time to go get UGC or make the content yourself. Hey guys, my name is Jafari, and I built Nextro because this is, and tell them why you did this, why you want to sell this. Make a good script there of exactly the problem that you were trying to solve. And I bet you do really well. You're on the right track there, my friend. Keep it up and make more content. All right, ladies and gents, that's it for tonight. It has been a whirlwind. I really enjoyed myself tonight, actually. Lots of questions, lots of cool problems to solve. And guys, don't give up. Don't stop. Don't slow down. Don't think you can't do this, because each and every one that I reviewed today, you absolutely can. Absolutely can. Just keep your eye on the prize. Systematically work through these problems to figure out how to sell your products. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. So take care and go make some money.